Good evening and welcome to Hungary Report, Station of Public Media and One's Foreign Language News Hour. I'm Csenge Gabriela Iboya with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's begin. With special security measures, the criminal case of the former emir of the Islamic State captured in Hungary has begun. According to the indictment, Hassan F. and his associates tortured and executed more than 20 people in Syria. During the trial, they played a shocking video of one of these executions. Hassan F. denies being guilty. He said he has never hurt anyone.
Hassan Farhad, accused of terrorist activities and crimes against humanity, was led to the courtroom of the Municipal Court in Budapest by heavily armed personnel of the Counterterrorism Center. According to the indictment, in 2015, at the age of 23, the man, as a member of the Islamic State, made a death list of the people considered enemies of ISIS in Syrian province called Homs. To his command, these people were later tracked down and killed by the unit led by him. The prosecutor was asking for a life sentence without parole. In response to the judge's question, Hassan F. pleaded not guilty. This is the stand he has been taking from the very beginning. At the hearing, the judge showed a 40-second video displaying one of the executions mentioned in the indictment after having all TV cameras switched off and forbidding any photographs to be taken. According to the prosecution, one of the murderers shown in the recording was the defendant. Hassan F.'s defender disputed this. The court was listening to the defendant's father as a witness. He said his son had never been a member of the Islamic State. With his testimony, the man contradicted himself because at his previous hearing in Malta, he was talking about his son being enlisted by the terrorist organization. According to the defendant, the father's testimony in Malta could not be used as evidence, since before the hearing, the witness had only been informed about his rights in English and not in his mother tongue. According to the prosecution, as the witness had acknowledged the testimony as his own at the hearing, it can be used without any obstacle.
It will be possible to cross the Hungarian-Serbian border more quickly during this holiday season. Although this is an external border of the Schengen area, the interior ministers of the two countries have decided that there will only be random checks between December 15th and January 15th. Today, the Serbian-Hungarian Economic Committee also met. Péter Szijjártó reaffirmed that relations between the two countries were never as good as they are now.
This footage was made last year, one day before Christmas. A several-kilometer line was formed at the border crossing point at Ruska due to the guest workers going home from Western Europe. There were some who had to wait 4 hours to cross the Hungarian-Serbian border. In order to avoid queuing this year, the Schengen border control will be suspended at the southern border, and cars will only be checked randomly. This is what was discussed at the Hungarian-Serbian Joint Economic Committee's meeting in Budapest. Trade between the two countries amounted to 2.5 billion euros this year. The Serbian Minister of Economy said he hopes this number will exceed 3 billion euros by next year. The Hungarian government has supported the investment of more than 12,000 Vojvodinian farmers. In addition to this, it has set up a 10 billion forint or 30 million euro support scheme recently for Hungarian companies who wish to invest in South Serbia. This is what Péter Szijjártó, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, said. The minister emphasized that Hungarian-Serbian ties have never been as strong as they are now. If our political endeavors are successful and we can establish good political relations with each other, then that will allow us to overcome any economic barriers, Péter Szijjártó said at the meeting. The minister also pointed out that Hungary is committed to supporting Serbia joining the EU, and he believes this is not just the interest of the two countries, but the whole of Europe.
RMDS, or the Democratic Alliance of Hungarians in Romania, urges its voters to vote in the second round of the Romanian presidential election on November 24th and to decide whether to vote for the current head of state, Klaus Iohannis, or former head of government, Viorica Dăncilă. The president of RMDS said of the decision made by the Hungarian Permanent Representation to the Federal Council. Hunor Kelemen added, and I quote, "We trust the wisdom of our voters." This year, the Transcarpathian Hungarian Interchurch Aid will once again help the needy and the poor. They took firewood, groceries, health packages, partly from the money raised by the Hungarian donation line till the end of October. From the Hungarian side of the border, the level of poverty is inconceivable on the Ukrainian side. There are elderly people who receive a monthly pension of only 16,000 forints, which is only 47 euros.
Kristina Bara raises 3 children on about €105 worth of hrivnya in Beregszász. She and her family got food and briquettes to last for a couple of months. 86-year-old Jolán Péter gets 2,000 hrivnyas, or about €75 as a pensioner, which is the equivalent to a trailer amount of fuel. The packages were handed out by the Goodwill Ambassador Anikó Lévai and Károly Szita, president of the Association of Cities with County Rights. The support, worth more than €300 million, was transferred to Transcarpathia with the help of large cities and cities with county rights. We will continue to give financial support next year as well, as we have witnessed how well they're doing their job, Károly Szita said. The national fundraiser, organized by the Hungarian Interchurch Aid, raised €27,000 for the needy of Transcarpathia. 31,000 people dialed 1353, the donation line of the organization, with each call amounting to 70 cents. There are 2 target groups which need special attention and support. One of these groups is pensioners living by themselves. Their pension is €50 per month, a sum from which no one can make ends meet. It's impossible. We aim to help these pensioners and families with 3 or more children, László Lehel explained. The representatives of the charity organization have agreed with the mayor of Beregszász to organize the charity's half-marathon in Transcarpathian City next year. The Hungarian Interchurch Aid has not only helped in Transcarpathia in the past years, but also in eastern Ukraine. Among others, they have refurbished refugee camps near Mariupol and Dnipro.
The aim of the Ministry of Agriculture's afforestation program is to increase the wooded areas of our country in the upcoming decades. The Deputy Minister of the Ministry spoke about this in Szolnok. Sándor Farkas added that there are places of deforestation where it is necessary to replace trees.
Today, 21% of Hungary's territory is covered by forests. During the next 15-20 years, we would like the size of this area to grow to around 26-27%. This will greatly contribute to the protection of the environment.
The dawn of November 13th has never been so mild as it was today. In Szabolcs County's Csenger, the thermostat showed 16.7 degrees Celsius during the coldest hours, which is about as mild as a coldest summer morning. This is 0.7 degrees warmer than the previous record. It was 16 degrees Celsius in 1996 near Győr on the 16th of November at dawn. The next few days will have mild weather in the east, with more than 20 degrees Celsius in the afternoons. An exhibition of Chinese paintings and calligraphy titled The Four Noblemen and the Others opened in Szeged at the University Rector's office. The works were created by the students of painting courses of the Confucius Institute in Szeged under the guidance of calligraphy and painting instructor Janis Horváth. The central theme of the works is the four nobles, namely orchid, bamboo, plum blossom and chrysanthemum, as well as bamboo, which stands for persistence and longevity. The Museum of the Trans-Danubian Reformed Church District is located in the center of Pápa. Built in a late Baroque style, the Perugian building complex includes a church and the former parish. The original works of art of the permanent exhibition embody the semi-colonial past of the Trans-Danubian Reformed heritage, bringing the era into a visual reality. At the lower level of the church, modern multimedia tools help the arrival, the awakening, to connect the past and the present. And that's all for now, but don't forget, you can catch Hungary Reports every night after 11 o'clock news and online as always. Do stick around and watch our German, Russian, Chinese language news. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.